I got my PhD in Italian cooking, and on days off I would be going to different restaurants and butchers and learning how to make pasta. And for a kid from Wisconsin, being able to have access to all those types of things, I wasn't coming back, okay? That was a done deal. And Santi is very much a culmination of those 37 years of cooking.
I want to talk about the dish that we're going to be trying today. It's called coniglio al forno.
Wow.
That took 3 hours of practice. So what it means is oven-baked rabbit.
Exactly.
Coniglio al forno begins with the painstaking task of deboning a rabbit.
The rabbit itself, coming from Pennsylvania. These are rabbits that get to run freely. They eat really, really good food, lots of beta carotene, lots of good veggies.
I just didn't know Pennsylvania was known for rabbits.
So these are premium ingredients. A lot of times the rabbits you get in the store are roasters, so they're 5 pounds and up, so they're gonna be tough. Much more for braising, where this is for roasting and slicing, to be very, very
So it's a
juicy
smaller,
and tender.
it's a younger rabbit.
It's a younger rabbit.
You know, anytime there's a little bit of like innocence in the meal, usually the price tag goes up.
You're paying for the innocence.
Yes, the sparkle in the eye, that costs extra.
The rabbit's legs are turned into a sausage filling,
And this rabbit sausage is seasoned with salt and pepper.
with the deboned rabbit itself serving as the sausage casing.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna season with salt and pepper to make sure we get an even seasoning and a little bit of black pepper. So we're gonna lay some Swiss chard down the middle, and this is a barrier actually for the sausage. We're gonna wrap the Swiss chard up above the sausage a bit just to protect that. And now we're going to wrap it and bring the bellies together.
Rabbits arrived in Italy as early as the 3rd century, and they quickly won a regular place at the dinner table for their lean, nourishing meat.
So what we're doing is we're tying this not too snug. We don't want the rabbit to unravel when we're cooking it in the oven. But if you tied it too tight, it would burst, if you will. We're gonna trim these, and we're gonna go over to the roasting pan, and we're gonna sear this on all sides, and then we're gonna roast it in the oven.
Coniglio al forno isn't a single recipe. It refers to countless baked rabbit recipes across Italy, each with its own regional twist.
So we're gonna lightly sear it on all sides because it's gonna get roast inside the oven, and therefore we don't wanna put too much color on it at the outset. So it's on a low heat, and we're gonna start basting this with a little bit of butter.
Chef White draws inspiration for this particular recipe from Tuscany. This is his reinterpretation of porchetta, the classic preparation of deboned pork rolled with herbs and slow roasted.
Now we wait.
While the oven works, the rabbit's liver and kidneys are sautéed with butter and rosemary, then minced and mixed with parsley, olive oil, and vinegar, transforming it all into a dressing.
We have the rabbit out of the oven. So we like to trim just the end off, the first little bit of it, clean it up a little bit. It's been resting now for about 15 minutes. You definitely want to let it rest a little bit so all the juices get assimilated back into the center. So now we're gonna go straight to the plate. We're gonna serve this with some baby pea shoots and the vinaigrette that we have made using the livers. So this is a rabbit for two at Santi.
Only in New York can you find Broadway.
When you look at this dish, does it make you feel feelings?
It looks and it smells delicious. You can see the crispy skin on the outside. You can tell that it was beautifully made. Something like this is not that easy to actually implement, so I'm excited.
Before we try this, is this ravioli?
These are called cappellacci. Cappellacci means like an old hat, like a big floppy hat. So the idea is it looks like an old floppy peasant's hat, but it's stuffed with a rich rabbit ragout.
Ooh, rabbit ragu. But this is my second ragu of the day. Should we give it a shot?
I can't wait.
Oh my God. That is delicious. First of all, just the texture of the pasta, outstanding. This was handmade, never dried.
Absolutely, yeah. This is fresh pasta.
Then when you get to the inside, it's kind of this rabbity puree almost. I don't know, you can feel some meat fibers, but it's very pasty.
It's the Parmigiano Reggiano that's mixed in there. Chef White trained in Emilia Romagna, and certainly the filling tastes like something that a true Emilian grandmother would make, but also it's like a really upscale version of it.
So this is our first video in this series in New York City, and we're exploring all these different cultural foods. One thing I've learned is when food comes here to New York City, even if it comes from a different country, sometimes it can change, transform, and become something new and something uniquely different from the place it came from. Do you think Italian food in New York City has its own identity?
I would say the New York Italian is going to be more derivative of Southern Italian food. I think when you come to New York, of course, having a slice of pizza is a quintessentially New York experience. Huge influx of Neapolitan immigrants is why we've got amazing pizza. Even like the New York accent, the forget about it kind of comes from a Neapolitan, a Southern Italian accent.
So a lot of the immigration came from the South, and so that's what dictated the types of food that are popular here now.
Absolutely.
So that is the Chapati?
Cappellacci.
So that is the cappellacci. And then we edit it and people think I'm smart.
There you go.
Wow, he picked up on that word real fast. He didn't say chapati at all. From here we move on to the rabbit. So this, I guess, is the ground up portion here, which makes up most of the volume. And then the meat, like the rabbit's torso or body, is wrapped around it.
I'm gonna have a bite that has all components: skin, saddle, and stuffing.
100%.
It's delicious, yeah.
The texture, it's interesting because I would think one of the biggest challenges in cooking a rabbit would be whether it's dry or not, because they have a pretty low fat content. But this is pretty succulent. Oftentimes when people are working with leaner meats, they'll put in a little bit of pork in there to get it juicy and like get those animal fats going. But here it's just 100% rabbit, so I'm very impressed with the texture of it and how not dry it is.
It's really good.
What's interesting about this dish, from my research, is that it said it's kind of a countryside traditional food. Meanwhile, we're eating it at an upscale restaurant. So is this the authentic preparation of this dish, or would this be more of a premium, high-end, fine dining take on this dish?
Well, both. Most Italian food is peasant food, and rabbit is going to be really cheap, abundant meat. Every region of Italy, especially in the countrysides or in mountainous regions, you have some sort of a rabbit dish. This is the saddle of the rabbit, which is considered the most tender part, so this is a more elegant preparation, but like still not out of the realm of something that grandma might make for a Sunday dinner.
There's also two very distinct components that work together. The kind of ground meat on the inside, heavily seasoned, very herbaceous. That is like this flavor nucleus inside. Then on the outside, the saddle has a lot more fat. It has a little bit of a snap to it, like the outside of a sausage. I'm very impressed.
Yeah, it's delicious.
Part of my mission for this video is seeing if spending more money on Italian food equals better Italian food. And we started with a $7 1-pound ball of fried rice. Then me and Andrew went to a ravioli location, and now you're back. And we have this right here in front of us. What do you think?
I think that's a complex question. Not always, but certainly when you come to a restaurant with a chef like this, you know it's going to be amazing even if it's really expensive.
In this New York food series, we're also taking on cheap versus expensive Chinese food, soul food, Puerto Rican food, and Jewish food too. What I've learned is that more money doesn't always mean better flavor.
Today we're going to be seeing if putting more money into Chinese food gets you better Chinese food.
I think that's not the case.
But when it comes to the Italian food I tried today, each cent went into better ingredients, more masterful technique, and a more delicious final product.
In this video, I tried 3 different levels of Italian food. Very affordable, very mid-price, and very expensive. But I can only choose one that gave me the most bang for my buck, and that one is location 2, the ravioli. For me, that ravioli just hit different. It tastes like it was made by my Italian grandmother. And I don't even have an Italian grandmother, or any grandmother, they all died. But that is just my opinion. Let me know what you guys think downstairs in the comments down below. Which of the foods from this video do you wish you could try? That is it for this one. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time. Peace. Bye.